All right, I didn't even know until I talked to Dr. Jill Michaels from the Poison Control Center. She's the managing director, that there was such a thing as snake bite season, people, but there is, and we are in it. And Dr. Michaels, tell people first, what is snake bite season?
Well, I consider it almost year-round South Carolina, but pretty much we get calls in the Poison Center February through November. It starts to certainly taper off late October into November, but it's almost all year-round in South Carolina.
All right, let's put up the numbers of where we were last week. We have a look at this, at what our bite numbers will be, and you said this is incredibly up from 2022.
Yes, it is. We had about 246 in 2022. Actually, we talked last week, 293. We're actually up to 300 already today.
Which is incredible.
It's incredible. We usually range 240 to 260 per year, so this is a big year for us.
So what is happening, Dr. Michaels? What has changed? Are we getting closer to the snakes? Are the snakes getting closer to us? What's happening?
Well, more development. We're getting into where they live, and so certainly that can be part of it. It was a hot summer, and from a medical standpoint, there's a newer anti-venom out on the market, and so we always get calls from the hospitals of how to treat a snake bite, and this may increase that because they're not used to using this new anti-venom, so they call us.
So what snake bite makes somebody have to go to the hospital? How do you know when you're okay to stay home, or should you always go to the hospital?
If you know it's a venomous snake, you have to go to the hospital, certainly. If you're unsure, go to the hospital. And even if it's non-venomous, make sure you're up to date on your tetanus, keep it clean. So you still may need to go to urgent care for just wound care.
Okay.
But there's no home treatment for snake bites. Most of our snake bites here are copperheads, and they have pain and swelling, which can cause damage to the tissue and cause long-term effects. So they need to be treated in a hospital. So it's the pain and swelling, you need to go.
Like, let's say we have a day of gardening ahead of us, or I know a lot of us are going to be out putting up decorations, taking down decorations. Is there anything that we can do to protect ourselves walking around out there?
Well, maybe beforehand, snakes, they like to hide. They don't want to bite you. You're not their prey, so they don't want to waste their venom on you. So it's more, they're scared and they strike and bite you as a defense mechanism. So make sure the leaves are clean, the yard is clean of debris, because they like to hide. So when you're putting your hand cleaning stuff, make sure that there's not a snake sitting there when you're getting all the stuff done around your house from a yard work standpoint.
And listen, I've done this story a million times on how to identify a venomous snake, and even though I know allegedly how to do it, I don't know that I could do it, but let's go ahead and tell people what we're supposed to look out for.
They have a triangular shaped head, and their eyes are elliptical like a cat's. And if it's a rattlesnake, which we do have here in South Carolina, they will rattle, and so you can hear them if they know that you're near. It's a, again, defense mechanism, lets you know, hey, you're near me, you need to stay away.
All right, and last question, if you get bitten by a snake, what do you want us to do immediately?
Wash with soap and water if you're available, somewhere near available. Stay calm, certainly. Okay. Get your car keys, go to the hospital, but do not apply ice, do not put a tourniquet on it, do not cut, do not suck. All those things you see in the movies, those are wrong. Yeah.
Ugh. So good for you to separate fact from fiction for us. Dr. Jill Michaels from the Poison Control Center, the director, thank you so much. And then I'll tell you what happened. Then the doctor calls her to find out how to treat you. All right, we're going to send things over now to Chief Meteorologist Efren